Hey guys, another episode on the Caddy. So this episode is a bit of a sad one. If you've been watching the previous episodes, you know that we've resprayed the engine bay and also the inner wheel arches. So the inner wheel arches have had some Gravitex underseal and the paint done on it, and they're all looking good. So I've been looking at the drive shafts on the car, and if you have a look here, there's about 2 centimeters or 3 centimeters of room between the drive shafts and the chassis itself. So the only way to fix this issue is to do a chassis notch. Let me just get the wheels off and I can show you a little bit more in detail. So because I've got the car jacked up, the gap has obviously increased, but what I'm going to do is use a circular saw, put it over here on this area here where I've marked out. So I've got 2 markings over here. The drive shaft is in the middle of them. So I'm going to use the circular saw to cut a circle over here. So the reason why I'm doing that is because the drive shaft will be able to travel up into the chassis and allow the car to be a little bit more lower than normal. If I do go for air suspension in the future, I'll be able to lower the car a bit more than it is at the moment without knocking or hitting anything, and also without damaging the chassis. So yeah, I'm just going to get the camera set up and I'll show you the process of me doing it. Okay, so the hole's cut now, and the next step is going to be putting the piece of metal inside and getting it welded in. So I've got a piece of tube that I'm going to be welding in there. So the plan is to weld this tube inside. So I'll put this here, and this is the mark where we're going to cut it. Okay, so I've got the piece of metal cut out over here, and all I need to do now is just clean the paint from around the area, so I'll be able to weld it in. So this is this side over here, and this is the other side.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's all welded in now and ground back. So this is this side over here. So the plan is now to put a coat of epoxy primer over that. So I'm going to give it a coat of epoxy primer, then use some seam sealer around the edges just to seal it up and make sure that it's all watertight, and then give it a coat of paint. But if you have a look at this side over here, it came out quite good. I'm really happy with the final result here, and I can't wait to see how it comes out when it's all painted up. And this side over here, when I was working on the driver's side, of course the engine is quite close if you look on this side over here. So the way that I done it was I had to go underneath on this side over here with a drill and a stone piece on there. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna mask it all up and then give it a coat of epoxy primer. So that's it guys, the chassis notch is all done and it's looking quite good. So I've given it a coat of epoxy primer, Gravitex underseal and paint, and a coat of lacquer, and it's looking quite good. There's a slight line over here where I taped it up and I applied the underseal, and also a slight difference in the shade of paint, but it's the best I could do. I should have done it before, but just my first time doing like a project like this. I'm learning as I go along. But yeah, inside is looking quite good. You can see a little bit of the line of where I removed the old underseal. So I did top it up on this side, but it was a little bit hard to actually get the gun in when I was doing it. And this is the driver's side. So it's looking all good and I'm very happy with it. So the plan is to get the suspension on, get the wheels on, and lower the car down, see what difference it's made. I'm not going to lower the coilovers all the way down at the moment. I'm just going to put them to a standard height and then go from there. Car's all down and it's looking quite good. So there's still a big gap between the drive shaft and the body, but like I said, it wasn't touching before I done it, so I just done it just in case in the future I put air ride or lower the car even more than it is now, and it starts to rub or bang on the drive shafts. So yeah, if you have a look, they're all in line, so that's a good thing. I didn't make any wrong cuts, and the finish on it is quite nice. That's the inside over here, and this is the driver's side. So yeah, I think that's enough work for today. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys.